How do you keep a tradition alive? You start young. You're listening to the Ramblers, a group of student musicians, part of the JAM program, Junior Appalachian Musicians. You're going to meet Brett Morris, the executive director of JAM, and she's going to tell you how this program works. And stay tuned after the interview. You're going to get to hear some musical selections from the 3 jam groups that performed recently at the Earl Scruggs Music Festival. And that should give you some inspiration.
I'm Brett Morris. I am Executive Director of Junior Appalachian Musicians, which is the parent organization for almost 60 after-school programs where kids learn how to play old-time and bluegrass music.
And so how long have you been doing this, Brett?
I have been doing this for a little over 10 years.
Wow. And you yourself are a musician?
I am a musician. I grew up in a musical family. My dad plays old-time music, and we also went to a whole lot of bluegrass festivals and continue to do so.
Got into your blood. So what instruments do you play?
I play clawhammer banjo, upright bass, guitar, a little bit of fiddle.
JAM is headquartered where?
Independence, Virginia.
In Independence, Virginia. That's near Galax?
Near Galax,
okay.
Basin County.
Which is like the home of the Old Time Fiddlers Convention.
That's right.
It was like this, how many year was it this year? 60 something?
87.
87 years of the Old Time Fiddlers Convention. But it's not just fiddles, it's bluegrass bands and all kinds of contests for kids as well as adults, big crowds.
Yes.
What states are part of the JAM program?
So here in North Carolina are the bulk of our programs. It's where JAM was born, in Allegheny County, up in the mountains, a little more than 20 years ago by our founder, Helen White, who was a musician and guidance counselor and educator. And since then, the program has spread to Virginia, East Tennessee, upstate South Carolina, our YAM affiliates, and also Eastern Kentucky.
And you said there are about 60 programs?
There are.
And so how many kids would be involved?
Well, prior to the pandemic, we were knocking around 2,000 kids.
Wow.
So we've had a little bit of build back in the past couple of years. So we're looking at around 1,500 and continuing to build those numbers.
That's
again.
fantastic. And so you provide lessons and inspiration. You don't provide instruments though, do you?
We do provide instruments.
You do provide instruments?
Yes, for free.
And the ages would run anywhere from what to what?
Generally about 3rd grade and up.
3rd grade and up. And I have seen there's a fiddle player up there. I don't know how old he is.
He's 7.
7, which means like 2nd grade, 1st or 2nd grade.
And he has been playing for several years. But that's another great example of a musical family. His older siblings play music, his parents play music, and the kid doesn't have a chance of getting very far away from it.
Then those are the Biscuit Eaters
yes.
from up in Surrey County, and our local group's called the Ramblers. They're the Pack Jam, Pacolet River Jam. I did a video about them, check the link above. I think another group's following the Biscuit Eaters. Do you remember? It's Newfound Gap, right?
Newfound Gap. They're from over in the Asheville area.
Okay. And so you say 60 altogether. How many of them have you heard?
Well, not all of the programs have a great performing band. That's something a lot of them are still building on, but a lot of them do. We also provide a lot of opportunities for our older kids, or our alumni, so to speak, who get their start in a jam program and then they begin to pursue their own musical pathways. So there's a lot of those bands floating around in the traditional music scene right now.
Does Galax or Independence, Virginia have a jam program?
There's a local program in Galax
okay.
that has a band and about 40 kids.
Have you ever taught any of them yourself?
I do a little bit of teaching, but my role is more helping new programs get started. We train teachers and provide them with the instruments and learning materials, connections to major festivals for experiences like this.
This is wonderful, the Earl Scruggs Music Festival. This is big time.
It is.
Only the 2nd year, not like the Old Time Fiddlers Convention in Galax. This is going to be big.
It already is big.
It already big. I love to hear that. We're glad you. Have you been here before?
I came last year.
Yeah,
We
okay.
partnered with the festival last year to provide entrance for jam kids and their families, which is something that no other festival has ever been able to provide for us. So it's really exponential as far as building that foundation of folks becoming lifelong lovers of the Earl Scruggs Music Festival and music.
So if some child who's not yet a musician comes to you or comes to a jam, what would someone say to that person to give it a try?
Say, well, doesn't this look cool? Why don't you check out these other kids that are playing instruments, and which instrument do you think you like? Is it the fiddle, a banjo, a mandolin, a guitar, a bass? And usually kids are drawn to at least one, if not more.
I bet so. These kids up on stage a few minutes ago, looked like they were playing 2 or 3.
It's contagious.
It's amazing. Well, Brett, anything else you want to tell us about the Jam program?
We're happy to be here and happy to be able to not only preserve the traditions of the Appalachian Mountains, but just to be able to continue the love for music and build that community and give folks a place to belong and a chance to learn and experience music that maybe a lot of them otherwise would not have.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
When I saw that hers come rolling, I'm gonna carry
Thanks for watching. Go to jamkids.org for more information. And of course, I hope you'll subscribe, like, share, comment, come back often. Welcome to my neighborhood, wherever that might be.